So based off the title of the video, you know that this inflatable is the Cemetery Reaper Archway. However, you might not have known that it sold at Lowe's back in 2015 for $129. It is also a pretty massive box, and I will give you a comparison right now to put on the screen. It came in a huge box. I don't think the box itself was actually that big, but I did pay 60 bucks for shipping, so I kind of see where that's coming in right now. So I definitely overpaid for it, but I really wanted a cemetery type archway for the cemetery that's going to be in the 2021 Halloween display. So I thought that this one was pretty cool. It had some mixed media material on it, and I really like the design overall. So let's go ahead and unbox it. Well, in addition to me wondering if I can fit my sister in here, I'm just kidding. The box is actually bigger than I was expecting it to be. It's a very decent size. It's not a snug fit like most of my inflatables come in, where the cardboard box is just outlining the inflatable to where they're essentially the same size box. But no, this one is definitely bigger. That's why you can put the packing peanuts in there, obviously. It's a really awesome box design. I love this box art. The Holiday Living, back when they partnered up with Holiday Living to release the inflatables, just looks really good overall. The official name, Airblown Cemetery Reaper Archway. You can see the item number there. Just giving you a good look at the detailing and the pattern. And it is drizzling a little bit, so that really sucks. I don't want the box to get too wet, but it shouldn't hurt it that much. But anyway, we'll go ahead and open it up. The inflatable is equipped with an AH3 if you're curious about what type of fan it has. The stakes are in this plastic bag right here, all of them except for the final plastic stake, which is attached onto one of the tethers right over there. So I did have to do a little bit of untangling with the tethers, which wasn't too bad. I didn't want to do that, obviously, but I've got it to where some of them are still tied, but they're tied on the single strand, so it's shorter essentially if you're looking at one tether. But I kept it that way because I don't know really how big this inflatable is going to get, and I kind of wanted the tethers to be a little bit shorter so I didn't have too much to deal with. If I had to like stake it in the bushes or something, then I had to relocate the archway. But anyway, we'll go ahead and plug it in. Now, because I don't exactly trust it when I inflate it, if I have the camera and tripod set up there without any assistance, I'm just going to do it this way, where I used to just plug it in like this. And here we go. It has two zippers, by the way, one there and then one on the other side right here. And it inflates very fast. First of all, a cool design. It's not super fun though to set up because you have to make sure that the columns are in line with each other, and that takes a lot of finagling and just figuring out how much the tether should be pulling, where that needs to be exactly staked down to be even with the base fan. There's a lot to go on with this inflatable. It makes an okay, setting up experience. I wouldn't say it's the best. Now, it looks really, really cool at certain angles, I must say. The torch looks great. They actually used the tether material to hang the spiders, if you're curious about that. You can see very much through it. So if you wanted to have this inflatable, but you wanted stuff behind it and you wanted to create your very own cemetery scene, then you wouldn't have to really worry about this obstructing much. You just have to be sure you have some pretty big inflatables that go next to it or behind it, because it does take up a lot of room considering it is 9 feet tall, but it's very open in the middle. It has, from what I can tell, around 7 C7s. It's probably not accurate, but it's definitely somewhere around there. One in the face, one there, one up at the bat. I think there's one up at the bat. I think there's one below that, one in the spider, one there, and then I think there's another one on the torch. There's some really cool detailing on it. Not a whole lot, but these little shapes and stuff, and then the brick material trying to do that. That looks good. Cemetery, the font they chose, perfect. I do like, though, that it kind of has these pillars at the top. That looks really good. Gives a little castle vibe, which I think is pretty nice. Now, it doesn't inflate very tight. From here it does. The Reaper, okay. Over here though, not great. I was expecting a little bit more because the fan it has is pretty powerful. I thought it would inflate better. It has to be staked down. That is a must. Like, even if you want to just look at it for maybe a few minutes, that's what I normally do with my reviews, and I don't often stake them down. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. With this one, stake it down every single time. So it does it's kind of an unstable inflatable. I think that's kind of the best way I should put it. But the spider looks great with the mixed media material and the red eyes. That's awesome. The bat up there has a little bit of issue of standing up straight, unfortunately. The Reaper does just fine. So overall, I would probably rate this inflatable a 7 out of 10. Not the best, but it's a cemetery archway and it's still gonna be cool from that aspect. So not a bad design. I think what I paid for it, the 140 or so, not great considering it sold for 130, but that was also 6 years ago. And it's a very rare design. So if you can find one for maybe 110 or 120, then I would say that's a pretty decent deal. Well, as always, I really hope you enjoyed my review on this Gemmy Airblown inflatable 9-foot tall cemetery archway. If you did, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider giving me a sub, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.